Nerdrotic.com.
I know, like, some people saw the Halo and they want to get it off their chest, and that's fine. I don't care, but I think it does fall into the whole bait and switch thing where we can make a legit list at this point. I don't know how big it'd be, 5 or 6 maybe. I think of legit bait and switches just in the last 2 years.
Gary, don't worry. You don't need to convince anybody you don't care, because you already just said they saw the Halo.
They saw the Halo. It's the Halo to me. Yeah.
It's like my dad. Are those
on the Facebook?
All right, so the Halo. We'll talk about the Halo.
The Halo.
I was watching the Halo on the YouTube, and then I got on the Twitter and then the tweeted about it. No, yeah. So Halo. Now I only saw the first episode, and like I said, when I saw the trailer for Halo, I said it had Last Jedi vibes written all over it. I got a lot of criticism about that.
Yes,
a lot of people were just coming at me saying, "Oh, he's just looking for rage clicks." No, it was always going to be bad the moment you saw the direction they were taking it in. And so ultimately, spoiler alert, we just got to was it the season finale last night? Yeah, so season finale, and Master Chief essentially committed suicide, and then Cortana has now inserted herself into him.
We're gonna have to explain this for
is
people
that
who
in
have
the
no
game?
context.
It's so much worse than you're actually saying.
Yeah,
It really
it's
is.
actually a lot
MauLer,
worse.
did you watch the series?
I have been dragged through the entire thing by Rags and Fringy because they actually like
so
it.
you've
That's
seen
what
it.
friends
You can
are
actually
for.
Oh boy.
give the proper context.
Man, so mechanically, right, he's a super soldier that has been entwined with like an AI into his brain biologically, and she fucking talks to him all the time, and he talks to her all the time. It's wonderful. I get to share the feelings all the time.
Do they
And then-
fall in love in the show? Sounds like they fall in love in
probably.
the show.
She watches him
They will
fuck.
eventually.
I mean,
Yes, she watches him fuck. It's a very awkward
in the
scene.
show. Yeah,
Her original design was to completely take over him eventually, but she goes rogue and she wants to work with him instead. But in the finale, he has this moment where all these big old covenants are coming for him, like covenant aliens, and his friends are like dying, almost out. But he's got to get this big old artifact, and so he's like, I can't. She even concludes like, you can't do this. You'd have to choose one or the other. And he says, but if you take over my body, you can do all of it. Because obviously she's way better than him.
Why have a man then? Why have a man in it? Why?
In order for that to happen, though, he needs to like die.
Yeah, that was weird. He didn't need to. He voluntarily did that and just walked out in there for no reason.
Well, so I was actually going to ask you guys about that. I got fucking confused watching this. He he just commits suicide, and then she takes over the body once he's dead.
The first time we've actually seen like Master Chief look like Master Chief is when Cortana takes over his body.
Yeah, because she shuts him the fuck up.
He doesn't talk about his feelings anymore.
Talking constantly.
Keeps his armor on. And the first scene with Cortana is some of the creepiest stuff you've ever seen, because she's literally created to kill him, to wipe his mind. And she's all like, oh, why can't I take over his mind? Why are you stopping me from actually killing this man? And she's saying it in this really happy tone of voice. And she's just like, no, we still need him. We still need him. But you created me so that I could kill this man. It's like, what on earth are you talking about? And then later on, she starts shaming him because he comes across as, just shut up. I don't want you in my head. Why are you spying on me? And she's still like, but we're partners. It's like, well, but we know that she wants to kill him right from the start. So she comes across as completely evil upon her creation, and then at the end she's trying to be like, well, okay, but this time I'm killing you for your own good. This entire series, not only is it some of the most boring television I've ever watched in my life, but it contains scenes which are thick. There's nothing to them. Every character doesn't act reasonably, but it thinks that it's some like top drawer A-class writing that you just can't comprehend.
Oh,
It's
Star Trek.
like Picard and stuff may be more damaging to the lore because this is set in a different universe, but Halo has some of the worst episodes of television I've ever seen just because it is so boring. You can be 7 episodes in and the plot hasn't moved on from the end of the first one.
The people behind the show have admitted that they didn't even study the games or anything about the lore in order to do this
Which,
show.
like, what a weird flex that you're basically saying fuck you to every fan who's grown up playing those games for years. My husband won't even watch it. I'm not going to either. I'm not I'm not a huge Halo fan. I've played a little bit of the games, but not like him. I had a friend who wanted me to hate watch. So I love Doctor Who, like fucking love Doctor Who. The last 3 seasons, don't. I already see everybody's faces. I had a friend who was like, "Well, I watched the first season with fucking what's her face and Chibnall," and I was like, "Yeah, with Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall," and I was like, "I can't watch this anymore. This is so terrible." So I just stopped. And he was trying to get me to hate watch it with him, and I was like, "I don't even want to give them my views."
VPN.
Gary made me hate watch a Christmas episode of Doctor Who, and I'll never forgive him.
I couldn't even be after the first episode of Halo.
Look,
I couldn't even be bothered to fucking pirate that shit. It was
Right.
the first episode said everything that I needed to know, that this has nothing to do with Halo. This is not Master Chief. This is just some fucking ridiculous story which you're gonna create, like a Picard. It's our universe. So we got a story to tell. It's called fucking Halo. It helps when you got a fucking Halo to go on and fight. But no, I saw the on social media. I'd see people every week posting the absolute shit of the week from Halo that week. It's like episode 1 takes his helmet off for no fucking reason, and we're just like, what? Episode 2, he's got no fucking outfit on at all. Episode 3, his fucking ass is out, and Katana's fucking rubbing it with lotion or something. Episode 5, now he's fucking a Covenant spy because he's a fucking retard.
Which will lead to
immediately betrays him
Episode
and
10,
starts
he
trying to
fucking kills himself
Unbelievable.
so that a fucking female AI can take over his body and do everything better.
Even Alana Pierce was like, I'm fucking done. Even she tapped out of that show and was like, peace. Also, I fucking hate that actor that they chose for Master Chief. I've waited on that guy a bunch and he sucks. He sucks so much. So I just want to throw that out there. I throw him under the bus every time he gets brought up. I'm just like, I fucking hate that guy.
If you go back to when Halo 3 came out, I talked about this earlier, but like Master Chief in a lot of ways rivaled Mario as the face of gaming and kind of a different face of gaming. He was unbelievably popular and iconic. You had a great opportunity to take this iconic character with a great story and do something with him, but they never wanted to do that. Their intent was to always disrespect him, tear him down as the man, and push their nonsense into it. It's just the same song and dance. It's He-Man all over again.
Yeah, Halo is just the latest. Freaking Rings of Power will be next, so this is not a surprise at all.
Gary, Kenobi is next.
Kenobi is next.
I'm
You're right.
so
Oh my gosh,
scared.
I keep blocking it on my mind because I don't give a fuck. Isn't it weird?
Just because you're racist, Gary.
Nerdrotic.com. Please subscribe.
If you like what I do here, please consider subscribing to the channel and liking and sharing the videos. It really does help. And if you did this with your favorite YouTuber as well, I'm sure they would appreciate it as much as I do.